Okay students, now we had our last class where I have explained you fundamentals of biochemistry, the origin of the subject and the scope of the subject. Now we will begin with carbohydrate. So this is your topic proper, where we will begin with carbohydrate. Our first topic will be monosaccharides, then we will go for the oligosaccharides, then we next move to polysaccharides. Well, carbohydrates are hydrated carbon. Carbohydrates are hydrated carbon. Very interesting. You can just see. What does it mean? Hydrated. Hydrated means जो थे कि पानी लगी. Hydration means giving water. Now, carbon with water means this is carbon, then this is water. तो गोटे कार्बन गोटे वाटर एटा हो गला आमे आकु कहिबा जे हाइड्रेटेड कार्बन. सो एइथिरे आमे एठी संख्या बढ़ाई परिबा. माने जदि मु 5टा कार्बन कर देली ताले 5टा वाटर, 5 कार्बन तो 5 वाटर. सो एन रो वैल्यू मु एमती केते लिखि परिबे ना एन रो वैल्यू कैन बी 3 to 7. Normally we can go. I will come to that later on. I will tell you about that, how it will happen. So this hydrated carbon. Now carbohydrates is the most abundant biomolecule. Means आमे जदि बायोस्फीयर रे लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म मान भितर आमे खोजिबा को प्रकार रा मॉलिक्यूल केते बेसी अछि, how much of the molecules are present of each kind, then we will find the largest quantity will be the carbohydrates. These carbohydrates are made out of carbon dioxide and water by the photosynthetic plants. All kinds of photosynthetic plants and bacteria, they keep on synthesizing carbohydrates, taking carbon dioxide, water and sunlight from the ambience. To the tune of about 250 billion metric tons of carbohydrates are being synthesized from our atmospheric carbon dioxide or carbon dioxide dissolved in the water with water and sunlight. So you just imagine the abundance of this carbohydrate. Now these carbohydrates are, we will find they are actually, first they are the molecule which are made. First organic molecules to be made out of inorganic substance is the carbohydrate. Out of the carbon dioxide and water. Carbon dioxide is inorganic. Then add water to it, that becomes carbohydrate. So this reaction is the photosynthetic reaction, and we will find that out of these carbohydrates, remaining organic molecules of the body will be made directly or indirectly. But the first source is always the carbohydrate. Well, now that is also storehouse of all kinds of organic carbon as well as the energy. So all energy comes from sun, but first they will be stored in the carbohydrate. Then from the carbohydrate they will move to other molecules. So this energy, sunlight to the three chemical energy present in the chemical bond energy present in the organic molecules, carbohydrate particularly, will flow to or will be used for rest of the works done by living organisms. All kinds of works we can do. आमे खेलिबा बुलिबा डेइबा आम हार्ट पंप करिबो ब्लड आमे ब्रीथ करिबा एवरी चढ़ई उड़ीबो सबु काम हबो कोंठु ना एनर्जी एवं से एनर्जी आसीबो कोंठु ना कार्बोहाइड्रेट रू either directly or indirectly. Well, next we will find what are the types of carbohydrates present. Now there are three kinds of carbohydrates present mostly: monosaccharides, oligosaccharides and polysaccharides. Now a fourth kind also we can write, that is glyco conjugates. Means what happens? Usually these two things, polysaccharide and oligosaccharide. This glycoconjugate is actually made up of either polysaccharide or oligosaccharide plus either protein or lipid, etc. So, oligosaccharide or polysaccharide when combines with protein or lipid, they make glycoconjugates. These glycoconjugates are a very important component of cell wall or plasma membrane as well as the matrix of tissues, matrix of the tissues. They help in cell-cell recognition, which is very, very essential in case of multicellular organism. These things you will be studying in cytology. In the cytology, you will see how they help. We will begin with monosaccharides. We will begin with monosaccharides. Now, monosaccharides are, what are monosaccharides are? A group of carbohydrate, and they are the simplest group of carbohydrate. How do we define monosaccharides? We define monosaccharides as polyhydroxyaldehydes or ketones. You see what I have written here, polyhydroxyaldehyde or polyhydroxyketones, polyhydroxyaldehydes or polyhydroxyketones. Now, interestingly you see, poly means many, hydroxy means we will find this is hydroxyl group, probably little chemistry if you remember. Then aldehyde are what? Aldehyde is CHO. If CHO group is there, that is called aldehyde. And what are ketones? Ketones are this is ketone. So, we will find there will be hydroxyl group, aldehyde group or ketone group in the molecule. If it happens, then we consider that to be monosaccharides. Now, they have a common molecular formula. What is that? I was just telling you, that is CH2ON, where the value of N ranges from 3 to 7. These are very important things you must remember. Now, remember here, this is the common formula. कार्बन जतिकी रहिबो वाटर मॉलिक्यूल सेतिकीटा रहिबो आको आमे एमिति भी लिखि परिबा CnH2ON माने कार्बन जतिकी रहिला वाटर मॉलिक्यूल सेतिकी रहिबो. This we must remember. Now, value of N will range from 3 to 7. Value of N will range from 3 to 7. Now, it is an unbranched carbon skeleton. The carbon skeleton, whether there are 3 carbons or 7 carbons, there will be no branching at all. Means it will be like this, C, like this. There will be no branching. Branching means it would be like this. If it happens like this, with carbon, if with 1 carbon, it will be like this, then we say they are branching. These are the branches. No, it will not be branching. If only 2 carbons are joined to a carbon, it is straight chain. If more than 2, then definitely it is a branch point. So, it is rather a straight chain molecule. They will be straight. And another property of them, the monosaccharides are, they are sweet to taste. Take any monosaccharide, it will be sweet to taste. And out of all monosaccharide, remember, it is fructose is the sweetest among all. It is an objective question, you can remember it. Fructose is the sweetest among all monosaccharides. Remember the definition once again, that is what? That is polyhydroxyaldehydes or polyhydroxyketones. Polyhydroxyaldehydes or polyhydroxyketones. If they are polyhydroxyaldehyde, then we call them aldose sugar, right? If it is polyhydroxyaldehyde, then we will call them aldose sugar. If it is ketone, then we will call them ketose sugar. So these two groups are defined by whether they are having an aldehyde group or a ketone group. Well, so now how do we name them? आमे सेमानकु केमती ना दबा, आमे सेमानकु ना केमती दबा. There are many monosaccharides. So all these monosaccharide must be given a name. Otherwise we cannot know about whom we are speaking of. So how to give them the name? Now, one common method of naming them is what? There is a very common method of naming them, that is the number of carbon present in them. Number of carbon present in them. Then second part is whether they are having an aldehyde group or a ketone group. Okay, first point is what? Number of carbon atom. And second thing is that whether there is aldehyde group or there is ketone group. So these two things we have to consider while giving them a general name. Say for instance, there are 5 carbon atom. So let us say there are 5 carbon atom. So there are 5 carbon atoms. Then you know that if there is 1 we say mono, if there are 2 we say them di, then if there are 3 we say them tri, tetra, penta, hexa, hepta, like this, octa, deca, nona, etc., etc. So now what we will find, if there are 5 carbon atoms, we will be using the word pent. So the suffix will be OSE. Behind, at the end, for every monosaccharide, there will be pentose. You might have heard the word glucose, fructose. OSE will be at the end. Then if it is aldehyde, then we will write aldo. If there is a ketone group, we will write keto. So what will it become? It will become aldo pentose. Aldo means aldehyde group is there, pent means 5 carbon atoms are there, and OSE means it is a sugar or monosaccharide. Is it clear? So next thing we will find, similarly we can have keto, ketotetrose. Ketotetrose means it is having a ketone group, then there are 4 carbons, and then it is a sugar, ketotetrose. Similarly, we can have aldohexose. We can have ketoheptose. Ketoheptose means, hept means 7, hex means 6, it is 4, it is 5. So like this we can have. So this is how we name them. So let us do one thing. We'll draw a molecule. We'll now draw a molecule. Now in biochemistry, students usually are afraid of drawing a molecule. Drawing a structure needs sufficient attention, and students, those who are keen on drawing the molecules, will be find themselves they are taking it very easy. It is very easy for them. You just see how we are drawing. Look at here now, this animation which I am showing you, how we are drawing. Now we are drawing a triose. So when we are drawing a triose, first tri means what? Tri means 3. So we will just simply put 3 carbon atoms, one after another. Tri means 3, so we will put 3 carbon atoms, one after other. Then we have to see whether it is an aldehyde or a ketone. We are now drawing first the aldehyde. So we will put the aldehyde group. We will put the aldehyde group in every carbon. Since it is an aldehyde, first carbon will have the oxygen in with double bond. Since it is an aldehyde, first carbon atom will have oxygen in double bond. Had it been ketone, then second carbon atom will have the double bond. Remember it. First carbon will have a double bond if it is an aldose, and second carbon will have the double bond oxygen if it is a ketone. Well, so next, remaining carbon, after first carbon, remaining carbon will have hydroxyl group, because remember it is a polyhydroxyaldehyde or ketone. So if it is polyhydroxy, means remaining all the carbon atoms other than the aldehyde group or ketone group. आउ जतिकी कार्बन रहिला सबु कार्बन रे आमे गोटे गोटे हाइड्रोक्सिल ग्रुप लगेबा. So that is what we have done. We have put the hydroxyl group in remaining carbon. आउ जतिकी कार्बन रहिला प्रथम टारे आमे डबल बॉन्ड ऑक्सीजन लगे देले, आउ जतिकी दीटा कार्बन रहिला सेतरे आमे हाइड्रोक्सिल ग्रुप लगेले. मु तो सब ड्रॉ करके तुमको देखेबी, किछि व्यस्त होबार नै. You will find it easier. रिमेनिंग आमे कोन करिबा ना, वर्तमान आमे जतिकी लागिया कथा लागि गला. रेस्ट होचे आमे हाइड्रोजन लगेबा. हाइड्रोजन लगेबार रूल भेरी सिंपल. हाइड्रोजन लगेबार रूल भेरी सिंपल. प्रत्येक कार्बन एटम को जीवा देखिबा केतटा तार बॉन्ड अछि, केतटा बॉन्ड अछि आमे देखिबा, आउ रेस्ट आमे सेतरे कोन करिबा ना गोटे हाइड्रोजन आमे सेठी लगे दबा. जतिकीटा हाइड्रोजन दरकार पड़थो सेतिकीटा हाइड्रोजन आमे लगेबा. आमे फर्स्ट कार्बन एटम को जीवा. फर्स्ट कार्बन एटम रे आम पाखरे एठी दीटा बॉन्ड अछि, एठी गोटे बॉन्ड अछि, तीनटा बॉन्ड रहला. तो आम एठी गोटिए हाइड्रोजन आमे लगेबा. देले हमर 4 हेबो. हमर 4 होउछ हमर लक्ष्य. तो आम गोटे हाइड्रोजन सेट लगेले. सब जगह देख लगी गला. वर्तमान सेकेंड एठी जतले आसीबा, एठी ऑलरेडी एठी गोटे बॉन्ड अछि, एठी गोटे बॉन्ड अछि, एठी गोटे बॉन्ड अछि. तो एठी आमे गोटिए बॉन्ड आ लगेले. एठी सेमती हमर 1 थिला 2 थिला आ दीटा बाकी थिला. ए दीटा रे आमे दीटा हाइड्रोजन लगेले. देखो पुणी थरे आमर एठी थिला फर्स्ट कार्बन एटम रे आमर गोटिए दरकार, कारण 3टा अछि. सेकेंड कार्बन एटम रे सेमती 3टा अछि, गोटिए दरकार. थर्ड कार्बन एटम रे आम पाखरे अछि दीटा हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड, दीटा ऑलरेडी बॉन्ड अछि कार्बन रो, आमे सेठी आ दीटा लगेबा. सो दैट इज हाउ आवर थिंग इज मेड. आमे गोटे ट्रायोस तयारी कर देले. अल्डिहाइड ग्रुप अछि, एठी कीटोन ग्रुप आमे लगेबा. नेक्स्ट आ गोटे प्रथमटा आमे अल्डिहाइड लगेचे, एठी सेकेंड टारे आमे कीटोन ग्रुप लगेबा. कीटोन ग्रुप कोंठी लागिबो? अल्डिहाइड ग्रुप जतबे फर्स्ट कार्बन रे जतबे हमर डबल बॉन्ड ऑक्सीजन लागितिला, एठी आमे देखिबा, एठी आमे सेकेंड कार्बन एटम रे लगेबा. We will put the ketone group. Ketone group means it will be in the second one. So first we will put this second one. Try to remember, here we have put it in the first carbon atom because it was an aldose sugar. In the ketose sugar we will put it in the second one. Then remaining 2, here and here we will put the hydroxyl group. We will put the hydroxyl group. All right. Then we will put the hydrogen. Here 2 bonds are there, so we will put 2 hydrogen. Here already 4 are there. Already 2, 3, 4. This is 2, 3, 4. So we need not put the hydrogen there. Here again 2 are there, so 3 and 4. We will put it. So this is what we have drawn the keto trios. First one is the aldo trios, second one is the keto trios. Now we will give them the name. Now this is aldo trios. Aldo means aldehyde group अछि, tri means तीनटा कार्बन अछि, OAC means sugar, सब sugar end रे OAC लागिवो. Next is this is ketone group अछि, tri means तीनटा कार्बन अछि, then OAC means it is a sugar. So this is how when we go to its specific name, तार actual नाटा कौन, एटा aldotriose होछि तार group name, किंतु तार specific name को जिबा এই molecule नाटा होछि glyceraldehyde. We have to remember it. Glyceraldehyde is a very important molecule. तमे जतबेले glycolysis पढिबो, जतबेले Krebs cycle का पढिबो, सेतबेलकु तुमको glyceraldehyde is a must. You have to remember. Then आर जदि आमे IUPAC name लिखिबा, IUPAC name संगे तुमे निश्चित भाबे acquainted. IUPAC name जदि लिखिबा, आमे लिखिबा 2,3-dihydroxy propanol. Propanol कहिंगे ना जेहेतु तीनटा कार्बन अछि तेणु प्रोपेन, प्रोपेन रु प्रोपान, अल्डिहाइड अछि तेणु प्रोपानल, आउ सेकेंड आउ थर्ड कार्बन रे जेहेतु हाइड्रोक्सिल ग्रुप लागिछि, सो 2,3-dihydroxy propanol. And keto trios, it has also its own name, that is dihydroxy acetone. That is dihydroxy acetone. And here IUPAC name will be 1,3-dihydroxy propanone. Ketone lagichi boli propanone, तीनटा कार्बन आउ कीटोन, सो propanone, then दीटा हाइड्रोक्सिल ग्रुप अछि, गोटे अछि 1 रे आउ गोटे अछि 3 रे, so 1,3-dihydroxy, then whole molecule is propanone. So that is how we are making the or writing the molecules. I think you are feeling convenient, or if you have any difficulties, then you read your textbooks, reference books. Well, next we go for another interesting concept. I'll just practice you with more here. That is a better one. Say I want to write a keto pentose. Say I want to draw a keto pentose. How I will draw it? Very simple thing. First I will see pento means, pent means 5. So how many carbon atoms will be there? There will be 5 carbon atoms. So I unbranched, so C, C, C. So I wrote 5 carbon atoms. Then after that, it is keto. I will not think of it. Keto means at the carbon atom number 2, there will be oxygen with double bond. Ketone group I will put there. Next, there will be rest आउ जो चारिटा रहिला, all the 4 carbon atoms will get one hydroxyl group. All remaining 4 carbons, आउ जो चारिटा कार्बन रही गला, सबुथिरे आमे गोटिए गोटिए हाइड्रोक्सिल ग्रुप लगेबा. बर्तमान हमर नेक्स्ट पाळी होची कोन ना, हमर काम सरी गला, खाली बर्तमान हाइड्रोजन, पुट दी हाइड्रोजन by satisfying the valency of carbon. प्रति कार्बन रे 4टा valency रहबा, 4टा बॉन्ड रहबा दरकार. तो 4टा बॉन्ड आमे देखिबा कोठी केतटा बॉन्ड अछि. कार्बन एटम नंबर 1 रे 2टा बॉन्ड अछि, तेणु आमे 2टा हाइड्रोजन लगेबा. देला 4 हे गला. सेकंड कार्बन एटम रो ऑलरेडी 4टा अछि, 1 2 3 4, सेठी किछि लगेबा दरकार नै. एठी पुनी 3टा अछि, तेणु आमे एठी गोटिए लगेबा. एठी 3टा अछि, तेणु एठी आमे गोटिए लगेबा. एठी हमर 2टा अछि, दिस एंड दिस, एठी तेणु 2टा लगेबा. हाइड्रोजन हाइड्रोजन. सो नाउ दिस इज योर कीटोपेंटोज. कीटोपेंटोज हमर बनि गला. कीटोपेंटोज. ए कीटोपेंटोज रो पुनी आमे ना अछि, से ना पार्ट को नेम पार्ट को आमे परे जिबा, because before that we have to study another phenomenon that is called the asymmetric carbon atom and optical isomerism. Isomerism पार्टा पढ़ी सारा परे जाकि देखिबा जे एमान को ना कोन हबो. तो well students, we have seen what are the monosaccharides. what are the carbohydrates first we have seen, then what are the monosaccharides, and how we will draw a monosaccharide. That is a very important thing. When we draw frequently, we now can remember them easily. We will feel at ease with them. आमको सेटा सहज लागिबो आमे जेते तांकर स्ट्रक्चर ड्रॉ करिबा तमे आराम रे स्ट्रक्चर ड्रॉ करि परिबो कीटोपेंटोज aldopentones, ketohexose, aldohexose, and all these things you should draw. And when you draw and compare with your textbook, then you will become confident. So thank you very much.